Welcome back to my channel. So I don't know what I want to read. I don't know if I want a contemporary romance. I don't know if I want a megaverse or romantasy. Like, I don't know what I want, because also any of the books that I'm like looking forward to this year haven't come out yet. My first one comes out on the 31st, which would be hopefully the day that this video goes up. But anyways, I digress. I need to pick a book. So I put all of the lists of the books that are in my ginormous TBR jar in notes in my tablet. There are 977 books. This jar. 977. That's bad. So we're going to pick a book right now. But I got to do my intro for TikTok. So I'm going to do it because I'm only recording on my phone now because the camera that I got is not good quality. Couldn't tell until like putting it on my TV because it looked fine on the computer, looked fine everywhere. Had no idea it looked that bad. So we're back to my phone. So you're going to get a, portrait view of me picking my book right now. Okay. Oh goodness, I want to be like more in the middle. Let's see. I got one. This one feels good. Let's see. I'm excited. Okay. Ashes by Charlene Hartnady. You can see it. I love Charlene Hartnady. Oh my God. This couldn't come at a better time. It really couldn't have. Hey, so it's the next day. I've made really good progress in the book. Mind you, Ashes is the 6th book of the series. I don't know how I did that. I did that a few times, but then the name's already in there, so we're leaving it. So I decided, you know what? Since I pulled a book from the series, I'm going to read the first one. It's Thirst by Charlene Hartnady, which the premise is that they are, because each book is a different MMC. So this one, the guy, he is a vampire. His name is Thane, and he is like the king. And he pretty much kills somebody in the very first chapter, drains her dry. And he's realized it's the thirst. So the thirst is his body's way of saying, you need to find your mate or we're going to die. We're going to go be taken by madness. And that has happened to people in the past. So it's time to settle down. And if it happens to him, the other kings, like there's a fey king, there's a dragon, there's a shifter, there's a bunch of other ones. It means that they're going to follow suit, that it's time. And some of them are just not ready. They're like, I'm too young. Like, I can't believe this is happening already. Like, I don't want to settle down yet, but it's either they do it or they die. That's the whole premise of like the series. But in this one, he needs to find her. He needs to find her badly. And he is doing like a blood drive. And I guess they do this quite often. And he's taking a vial of every single person's blood because he can taste who is supposed to be his mate. He can tell just by the taste of blood. So that's what he's doing. Well, and it is dual point of view. So we get the girl, her name is Bellicent. I really don't like that name. So she goes by Belle. And she is half vampire, half human. Yeah. And her brother, Zale, don't like that name either. I pretty much don't like any of the names in this series, in this book at all. Zale is her half brother. He's a full vampire. He is next in line for the throne after Thane. They're from different families, and it is commented a lot, Romeo and Juliet. So she has been told by Thane her entire life that she is not allowed to ever get married. She's not ever allowed to have kids. Like, the council has chosen this. you're stuck, you're half, you're not worth it, all this stuff. He treats her so badly, and she knows that he's treating her badly, but there's nothing she can do because otherwise she wouldn't get any inheritance. She does have like a vintage like clothing store, and she does fix up like some of the clothes. She does certain things, and he's like, "You can't even make a living." She goes, "I don't do this for money. I do this because I enjoy it. Like the what's it called? The inheritance is what's getting me by, but I don't do this for money. I do this for enjoyment." And she like fosters cats and all this stuff. And he forces her to go to this like dinner thing and that his girlfriend is throwing, and she hates the girlfriend. And this girlfriend is horrible. She's absolutely horrible. So she goes, but she does not wear the dress that he wants her to wear because it's like very plain, and that's just not her, and it's black, simple. She chose a red dress that she like fixed up. She kind of is spotted a lot by people because she is half, and people are very interested in her because of her being half. Um, so she goes, and this is where she meets Thane, and Thane is immediately infatuated with her, and things are happening. And he did taste her blood, realize she is the one, but now he's got to work for it because she doesn't want to give blood. Like she doesn't want to. But like the writing style of this, it's very quick. It doesn't really go into too much depth of everything. Um, it's pretty vulgar. Like when he talks, it's very straightforward, how he feels, what he wants, everything. But I like it. It's a very I don't have to think book. It's a very I can just chill, listen, have a few laughs. Like this is one that I just won't take seriously, and that's okay. That's why I like Charlene Hartnady. She's really good. Like if I'm just like in a slump or anything, if I could just read one of her books because they're quick, like it's 299 pages. I am on page 166, chapter 22. I'm 55% of the way through. And I don't want to put it down. I like it. It's funny. The stuff that's going on. I mean, it's very spicy too. They've had two scenes together and it is very descriptive, and I just really like it. It's not something I take seriously. It's just a good time. It's a good time. Nothing too crazy. So I'm really enjoying myself, and I do really want to finish it today, but I do have a little quick update about my husband. So he kind of got onto book talk. He has now been watching book talk, and there were some books on there that he was interested in, and I found them all on Kindle Unlimited. It's two thrillers and a romance, which, mind you, he wants to read The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. He wants to read it. I haven't read it yet. We found it on Kindle Unlimited, and he has been reading it, and he has almost cried multiple times. So now he keeps asking me, "Are you going to start it? Are you going to start it? You have to start it. Like, I have to talk to you about it. You need to start it." I'm like, you know what? After I'm done with my book, I'll read a little bit of it. We'll see. But I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself, and I like that he's really enjoying that book. So I'm going to go back out there and sit with my husband and read my book. Hey, so I finished the book last night, like right before going to bed, and I have to say 3 stars. 3 stars feels good, especially because it's the first book of a series. Usually the first one's not the best, but it explained the world. I understand, like, each of the Beast Kings will go into madness, and they all have their different ways because they're not all vampires. I already know the second one. His name is Solstice, and he's a fae, and he has like magenta, fuchsia magic that comes out of his hands, and he's like helps things grow, things like that. And I kind of already know who he's supposed to be with, but like I feel like something's off about that one, but I'm not going to start that one. I don't want to jump into it because, like, yes, I was intrigued by Thirst, but I just don't want to go into the next one. I'm really just like, whatever. Because the writing style of these, like the way she writes, it's not very fluid. It's a little bit choppy. It feels like she just writes really quick and she doesn't do a lot of editing. And then maybe she doesn't have good editors. I don't know. but they could be better, but they're just not. So now it's time to pick another book. Shadow of Betrayal by B.M. Clinton. Oh my God. I know what book this is, what series this is. I love B.M. Clinton. I have a series from her on my shelf. And I feel like after I read this one, I may need to buy this series. Okay, so I do know the series. It is, all I know is that it's Academy. A lot of her series are Academy series. There's magic, stuff like that, but that's all I know. But B.M. Clinton, ooh, it's usually spice. And at least the one series I read from her is Why Choose, and I love Why Choose. So, oh, I'm so excited. I need to get this one, and I have a feeling I'm going to want this entire series in my possession. So I think I need to at least read this one, and then I'll decide if I do. And if I do, I'll put it on my Amazon storefront. But oh, I'm excited for this. I am excited because this time I'm pulling authors I've read before. The last time I didn't. The last time I can't even tell you any of the authors from last time because I didn't really like any of the books. But I got Charlene Hartnady. I've read a lot of books from her. B.M. Clinton. I've read a lot of books from them. Like, I'm excited. So let's go download this right now. Good morning. It is Thursday. It's Thursday. And it's 7:40. I usually leave at 7:30 and take my kids to school, but my mom wasn't working today, and so she asked if she could take my daughter to school and then take my son. So I have no kids for the entire day. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself other than read. That is my plan. And I only have one load of laundry I need to do, so that's already going. For some reason, I woke up at 3:30 this morning, naturally. And I was laying there and I was trying really hard to go back to sleep and I just couldn't. So I just stopped trying at 4 a.m. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just get things done. So got up. I had bread rising overnight and I usually like it in the fridge overnight, but my starter didn't want to rise yesterday. Finally rose, so I used it later in the day, so I had to rise it all night. Mind you, forgot to feed my starter last night, so I fed it this morning at 4 a.m. It's almost to where I can start making bread, so I'm really not freaking out because I would like to do Nutella sourdough. I did 6 loaves this morning. I have about 10 minutes left of the baking the last 2, and I did 3 of them blueberry cinnamon sugar and 3 regulars. So we're golden. But I have been reading, and I'm really liking A Shadow of Betrayal. The idea of it is really cool. It's almost like, I would say kind of like Shadowhunters, kind of like Shadowhunters, because they are kind of like in a castle and they're learning how to kill demons, but there's certain bloodlines. There's 6 bloodlines or 7 bloodlines or something like that. And they're all competing against each other. And there's only about 30 kids total. I'm only saying kids because they're 17 to 19 around there. She's 26 and she is a human and she can see these things at night and she doesn't know what they are. She has been attacked by one. She has scars on her back and she is scared and she has nightmares really bad. So she doesn't go out at night. Well, one day she's asleep and her name is Meyer, by the way. She is asleep and she hears something outside and she sees all the lightning and it's 3 a.m. and she's like, seriously, I need to go back to bed, but she fell asleep on the couch, kinked her neck, everything. Well, then she heard something, looked outside, and there was a man standing out there and he falls to the ground and it's pouring rain. And so she runs out there and she sees one of those things that she can see at night. She sees it going for the man. So she goes up, he's unconscious. She's trying to drag him and it's a thing. Well, she gets him in the house and she's trying to heal him. He opens his eyes. He does say his name is Creed. And all of a sudden she passes out and she sees 2 men in her doorway And next thing she knows, she's waking up from bed and she's dressed. Her house is completely clean. There's no blood anywhere. And she's so confused. So she goes to work and she's literally working at the diner about to leave. And she sees across the street 2 men fighting this thing. And one of them gets crushed by it. And so she runs over, but nobody sees them. Only she can see them. So that's when I got the whole Shadowhunter vibes, because that happens in Shadowhunters. And it was interesting that it's explained. The guy's like, well, what Umbra are you from? Like, what bloodline? And she's like, what the frick are you talking about? And he kind of looks at her like, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? And she's like, no, of course not. And he's like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 26. And he goes, how are you still alive? Like, I'm so confused, because nobody can live in the real world seeing the things that they see and live. They're so confused how she's still alive, because there was one that they knew of. They found out because it died. The baby was 5. So they're like, how are you still alive? Like, what is going on here? They're very, very confused. So she gets taken because she doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut. She doesn't do well with being touched. She doesn't do well with authority. And she's been alone this entire time because her mom could see these things, went to like a psych ward, and she killed herself. And then her dad, once she hit, right after that, he sends her off to be with her grandfather. And once she turns 18, he goes, okay, here's all your birth certificate and stuff. Like, you're not my problem. And just doesn't speak to her ever again. She was 18. She's now 26. And her grandpa died. And that's literally the only person she had. So now she is taken to a castle in Canada. And her banter, she does not take shit from anybody, which I appreciate. But I was just like, wow, this is bad. Like, I understand standing up for yourself, but this is like, might be a little too much. When you gotta learn when to not say anything, but she's trying to learn as much as she can about these people. So she's asking lots of questions. She gets figured out what bloodline she's in. And mind you, she sees this man, calls him like the Viking, and his name is Lennox. And she's drawn to him, but she doesn't know why she's drawn to him, but she finds out she's part of his bloodline. And so she has to like work with him and like the rest of the bloodline people. And I think there's only like 5 of them in that little bloodline area. So she goes and she has to now learn how to spar. She has to learn all the books. She has to learn everything. And she finds out that Lennox has a brother named Razor, and he always wears a cloak, and he doesn't talk like at all to anybody. Everybody is scared of him, which rightfully so. And then her and Lennox just bicker so much. It is ridiculous at times. And then Creed comes, and Creed is like the golden retriever, and he just really wants to talk to her. And Lennox is like, no, you can't talk to her. You will not speak to her. If you do, I will beat the crap out of her. Da, 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 da. Like, he's threatening her. It is so bad. And there are times where I'm just like, please, just stop. Just stop. Like, let's get this done. Let's figure what we need to figure out. But I think, because she mentions to him, which I think is going to be very important in the future, that she can, like, dreamscape. That's what somebody told her in her dream. The dreams are very real. Like, it's snowing and she's freezing. She's so cold and she's just in a dress. And she's like, why am I in this dress? I have like slippers on and all this stuff. And their demons are in there and they can hurt her. And the guy, he starts saying like, hey, like, run this way, run that way. And she's following, and all of a sudden this guy just appears. And she's like, who are you? His name is Valen. And she's all, oh my God, like, why are you here? So he explains, like, I was taken by a rift, and you called me into your dream, and you can control this. Like, you need to make it stop snowing. And she's like, what do you mean I can control it? I can't control it. Like, what? And they like kind of have a connection. And I wonder, because I know she generally writes why choose. I wonder if it's supposed to be all 4 of the brothers. Well, the 3 brothers, which would be Lennox, Razor, and Creed. And then I think this Valen guy too. I don't know. I'm very confused. But the banter is bantering. It is so bad. Like, she doesn't take anything from anybody. It is atrocious. Like, it is so bad. And I'm just like, girl, at times I'm like, okay, a little too much. Let's reel it in. Let's keep learning. But, oh no, it's bad. But I am 68% of the way through. I have about 2.5 hours left. And I'm really hoping I can finish this. I will admit I have to do a house call. I'm trying to get back into doing nails. And I have somebody that she like really messed up her back. And so she can't really drive or anything. And she has to sit in like a recliner. And so she takes me about 2 hours. But I don't have to rush too much because I don't have to pick up my daughter from school. So that's in my favor. But yeah, I'm hoping that bread's gonna ding any second, and then I'm just gonna sit here and read and try really hard to finish this. I most likely will not be able to finish this before I go do the house call because house call's at 10 and it is almost 8, so most likely will not get done. But I am gonna text her too, because yesterday I was supposed to do her yesterday, and I texted her and she's like, yeah, not today, I can't. I'm like, no, don't worry, but I'm gonna text her and see if she is okay enough for me to do her nails and her toes. So we'll see. But I really want to get this book done. I really want to get it done, but I also really want to pull another book from my jar. I really wanted to get to at least 3 books in this video. If I could do 3, I'd be so excited. And if I could do 4, I would be extremely happy, like beyond happy. So I'm gonna go check on my bread real quick, and I'm gonna sit my happy ass down on this couch and read my book. Okay, I quickly wanted to do like a little check-in. This will probably be my last check-in before I finish this book. I'm at 74%. I read almost 10% since my last check-in. And I think there's something up with the demons in her. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what's going on. She's kind of realizing something's up. I am so confused. Something isn't right. And I need to know. But I don't know if we're going to find out in this book, because I know it's a series. I think it's like 4 or 5 books. So I'm very curious as to why the demons are treating her the way they're treating her, and she's noticing that they're treating her differently than others. I want to know. I am so confused. Like, I really want to know what the frick is going on right now. Okay, quick intermission, because I was just about to start the book. I went through Goodreads, Fable, got everything situated, ready to go to read this book. My Barnes order came in, and I have to show you what I got. I am so excited. I got about $100 in gift cards for Barnes for Christmas, and I was looking at like their hardcover sale, and there's a few books that were on my Amazon wish list that were there for cheaper, so you know, I had to get them. I mean, for me to get this many hardcovers, 3 hardcovers plus 1 paperback that is from Elsie Silver coming out later, I paid $50. That is not bad. I am so excited, and I want to cry. I'm so excited because I've been wanting these for a while, especially this one, Voice of the Ocean by Kelsey and Peachy K. Oh my god. It's originally $20. I got it for $10. But oh my god. I read this from NetGalley, and I love. Oh, I am so excited. I mean, it's also nostalgic for me because I've been watching her on YouTube for over 5 years. I'm so excited. Whew, I'm so excited for when the second one comes out, because then I can read them. I can reread this one, because this one's like a 4.5 for me. This one was so good. And I'm excited. All you need to know is an Ariel retelling. She is a siren. Her name is Celeste. And she meets, I think his name was Eric. It's good. Loved it. And then I also read this one from NetGalley, A Flame and Fury. And it has the purple edges. And this one's originally $20.99. And I got this one for $10.49. So half price. But I still am like so confused onto how this ended. And there's no book after this, but she's making another book, but it's an interconnected standalone. So it won't have these main characters. It's just part of the same world. And this is where you have Phoenix riders and they race, and you have to be really careful because the Phoenixes can burn up. And if you're on them, you're gonna die. It was good the way it ended. And I still feel that ending. And I'm so freaking confused. But I feel like I want to reread this before I do. It's A Venom and Vengeance, I think, or On Venom and Vengeance, something like that. And it has like, it looks like a snake. And this one has the feathers from the Phoenix. Oh man. I'm gonna have to reread that one. And then this one I'm excited for. This is not one I've read yet. Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. I'm excited for this one. I know. Oh, it's signed. It's a signed edition. Oh, the cover's cute. Okay. But it says it's a signed edition, and I did not realize. Oh my god, and she signed it in purple. But this one, I got it for $16, and it's originally $32. So it is half off. But I know this is supposed to be like a Hermione fanfic, and I like the edging too. It looks really nice. Oh, the chapter headers are pretty too. So I'm excited. I still need to read Alchemize, and I'm going to try not to read these back to back, because I know Alchemize is supposed to be, it started as a Hermione fanfic. It's not like that really anymore, and I don't know about this one either, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to make sure I don't read them together. But of the 3 that I've ordered, only one of them I haven't actually read yet. These 2 I wanted in my possession because I really do want to reread these. This one I do really want to read. So I mean, I got these, and I also got the new one from Elsie Silver. It'll come out at the end of the year. The main character in that one, he was in the Rose Hill series. Once I saw him in it, I was like, I need a book about you. And then literally that is the next book she's coming out with. And I think I got that one for only like $13 through this hardcover stuff because it was on sale. And it hasn't even come out yet. So I'm like, dude, I gotta give myself a pat on the back. I did pretty good. I got 3 hardcovers and 1 paperback for $50. Can't complain. But yeah, that's my book haul. I am so excited to read these. Like, you have no idea. Okay, I'm in the middle of a chapter. I have about 18 minutes left of the book. I'm at 95%. Things are starting to get revealed, and I thought it'd be better if I catch it on camera because things are starting to get real serious. And I was like, okay, I'll record the last 10 minutes. No, I need to start recording now because I can already see lots of things are starting to start, and it's gonna get bad. So let's read this together. What? Why does he keep calling her Regina? Her name's not Regina. What? What? Wait, what? What? I don't understand what's happening right now. What is happening? It was him. Oh shit. What? 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 Oh my god, what is happening? I only have 3 minutes left. This is so bad. I didn't expect any of this. None of it. I didn't get any of it. I was wrong about a lot of stuff. Oh my god. What? I'm so mad. Oh my god. Oh. I am so not okay. What just happened? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't. Oh my god. This is not good. This is so bad. I've read Blackville University by B.M. Clifton. I have them all. It was really my first Why Choose series ever. And I loved it. I have them in my possession. Oh my god, I need these books. This is like a 4.5. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Because now at the end, the way they treated her the entire book makes so much sense. But still, like, in the moment I was furious because of how she was being treated, and like they just like manhandle her, and I just don't like that, because like I also don't like being touched without permission. Like, I get furious and I will say something. She was doing that, so I'm like, okay, you're like me, but like, stop touching her. Just stop freaking touching her. I was getting irritated. I am so irritated. I don't think I've been this mad at an ending in a while. Oh my god. It's a 4.5. Like, I can't give it a 5. Because it doesn't give me those 5-star feelings like how Fourth Wing did and all that. This is still really, really good. I really liked it. I'm giving it a 4.5. Oh my god, I just want to sit here and cry. Oh no. And I don't know where the second book's gonna go. With how it's ending, the next one, I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, there's no, like, you can kind of like see like what's the next thing they're gonna do. I have no guesses. I have no guesses. Oh no. Well, let me go get my jar to pick my next book that I'm gonna read. Let's hope it's a good one, because if I get a bad one after this, I won't be upset. Let's see. Taken by the Dragon by Jessica Grayson. It's obviously about a dragon, and I like dragon books, so let's find it, and let's hope this goes well. Okay, so I downloaded Taken by the Dragon. It is by Jessica Grayson and Aria Winter. It looks like there's actually there's 9 books of the series. And I think they're all retellings, because this one is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which, mind you, Beauty and the Beast actually works pretty well for me. I think I've only had one that didn't really work. The first book worked, but the next one I didn't care for it. So I'm hoping this one works. It's 182 pages. I can finish that today. There's no way I won't be able to finish that today. That would be so exciting. But the next one is a Cinderella retelling. That's really neat. And the guy has wings. I'm interested. So we're going to start this, and hopefully we get this done today. Like, that would be so cool if I could get this done today. It's 182 pages. That's not long. Hey, so I have a few updates. So I did finish Taken by the Dragon by Jessica Grayson and Ariel Winter. Yeah, Ariel Winter. I finished it. Started, finished it one day. 168 pages, not bad. I had such a hard time putting this book down. It was so good. I gave it 5 stars. Like I was surprised that I loved that book so much. Like I didn't do anything. I did not want to put that book down at all. Like I would have to go to the bathroom. I would carry my tablet and be reading it as I'm walking, going to the bathroom, walking back. Like I couldn't put it down. I had a very hard time. It was so good. And so you're following Alara. I think that's how you were supposed to say it. I don't know. And she's the female main character and she's blind. And in this world, on the Red Moon, the town that she lives in, has to give a sacrifice to the dragon. Otherwise, the dragon will burn down the town. They are sacrificing her sister, and her sister has a fiance. And in this town, they cannot be with anybody. They can get married or anything until after they're 25. And because they were told that the sacrifice must be a virgin. And her sister's fiance, I mean, he's upset, but like, what is she supposed to do? Well, I guess Alara, takes it upon herself to be the sacrifice because she's like, nobody's going to want to marry me. Nobody has ever had any interest in me. I'm 23 years old and I'm blind. I might as well be the sacrifice. So she decides to leave early in the morning that day and sacrifices herself to the dragon. And the guy doesn't wrap her eyes, but blindfold. Because if you look at the dragon when he's in like his 2-legged form, you turn into stone. And the guy doesn't think anything of it because she's blind. So when the dragon gets there, he immediately tells her, like, close your eyes. And he puts a blindfold on her and takes her. And his name is Varen. And I loved him so much. And what happened was, because he finally tells her like later on, because all the other girls don't last very long, and she's only supposed to be there for a month. And the witch cursed him that if the girl, oh my God, how am I supposed to word this? If the woman falls in love with him and looks at him in his 2-legged form, but loves him, she won't turn into stone. Well, she falls in love with him, but she's blind. And he figures it out that she's blind. And he's like, well, why didn't you tell me? Well, she's like, I thought you would be mad and want my sister instead. But he's like, no, I don't care. Why didn't you just tell me? Like, because he starts like taking her around the property and she's counting her steps, trying to figure out where everything is. And it was just so cool. And I'm assuming, I didn't look, I think the next one must be like Ariel themed because this one's Beauty and the Beast retelling. I think this other one is Ariel themed because there were sirens and this one siren talks to her and his name is Eric. So I think it's switched. I'm pretty sure. But I loved this book so much I could not stop. Couldn't stop. Loved every second of it. I mean, I was just like, okay, this is really good. There's no way that this can be a 5-star. Oh, it's a 5-star. Of course. Like, I need to pick up the next one, like, immediately. But this morning, I did pick another book from the jar, and it was like 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. And instead of talking, because I did finish the other book right before bed. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pick a book. And I did record it of just picking the book. Like I didn't talk or anything. And it's called Marking Maya. I don't know. By Layla Sparks. I am confused only because it's an Omega verse. But if you look at the cover, you wouldn't think that because it has a skull on the cover. I don't know how that makes it Omega verse. I'm very confused. And they're saying it's like a stalker romance, but like I am 56% of the way through. It's like 300 some pages. and I'm on page like 175, 176 around there. I'm literally like 60. I'm 56% of the way through. It's 316 pages, and I'm on page 176. So I'm on chapter 20. But like you're getting all three of the guys' like points of view. But I don't really see it as a stalker romance because, mind you, it's Omegaverse. So she's an Omega, but she doesn't know she's an Omega. And because her mom dies giving birth to her in the woods by himself while these people are killing her three alphas. Like, it's not good. And these humans come up to her and she's like, take care of the baby. And they treated her horribly her entire life. And then she's with a boyfriend that treats her horribly. And that's when Jace scents her. He's an alpha and figures out who she is. And then he tells the guys that he lives with, it's Kane and Finn. And Finn goes to the coffee shop where she works and he's like, oh yeah, uh-huh. And then they break into her apartment and take a pair of underwear and they take it to Kane. And Kane's like, whoa, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, he didn't believe Jace in the beginning. But I like it, but I'm not in love with it, which I do like Omegaverse, I really do. But I think it's just not written the best. I wish it was written a little bit better. But I mean, it's okay. It's not horrible. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am having a hard time putting it down because I am very interested in the book, but I'm just like, how is this two books? Like, for it to be this long and it's two books, like, I don't understand. But I mean, it's good. And right where I'm at right now, I think they're trying to explain to her that she's an Omega. I think they're trying to tell her, but I don't think she's fully understanding because like they just told her like they're alphas, like they're werewolves, and she's like, "You're funny, they don't exist." And they're like, "Yeah, they do." And I'm like, "Okay, so how are you guys going to go about this? This is confusing." But I mean, she keeps trying to leave and they keep trying to make her stay, and I'm like, I get where she's coming from, but also like you're fighting your own feelings for them, and she doesn't understand why she feels the way she feels, and they're not really answering it. They're beating around the bush. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of I like the cover itself, but I just don't think it works with like it's an Omegaverse. Like, why is there a skull on the front? It doesn't make much sense to me. So I'm hoping I can finish that today. We'll see. I don't know. Because yesterday I was supposed to go do someone's nails at their house and she was in too much pain. And so I didn't end up going. She wants me to go today. So I'm going to go after I get my daughter from school. So we'll see. It'll take me a little while, but I also have to grab all my stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, I am going to go read, probably have some lunch. I don't know. I'm not very hungry. I could take a snack, but I don't want like food. Okay, guys. So I just got back from my grandma's and my sister made me something for my birthday. I'm so excited. I have to show it to you because I really wasn't expecting anything like this today. So I'm so afraid it's gonna break. I am so afraid. It's a book bouquet. There's 4 books, but like this one's starting to fall. Yeah, I've got 4 in there. So now I need to take it apart and save the flowers. I am so excited. But it has, which she taped them all together. It's on Wings of Blood. There's House of Bane and Blood, Daughter of No Worlds, and then this one is Rejected. I'm not quite sure. But she said, she was like literally at the store and goes, "That says vampire? Yes, Kamala would like." I was like, I mean, that's right. Like, how you buy a book for me. I mean, it works. But yeah, I'm really excited. I need to now take it apart. And I think I want to put like little bouquets of roses around the house because some of them are kind of short. So I think that's my next step. I really don't want to take it apart, but I also want to read the books. So I have to take it apart. Hey, so today is hair wash day. I have a hat on. I have to go somewhere right now. And my husband is sick. And thank God my mom had the kids last night because he was not feeling great. So I want to go over what I read for the whole, 5 days. I read 5 books in 5 days from my jar. And this is the second time I've done it. And I was so nervous because the first time was not great. This one was a success. So first I read Thirst by Charlene Hartnady. It's I accidentally pulled the sixth book. I don't know why I put the sixth book in there. So I just started from the first book. Gave it 3 stars. It was really good. With Thane, I don't like any of the names of these books. Thane is a vampire and he is like a beast king, and the thirst is activated, so he needs to find a mate. So then you follow Bellicent, and she is a half human, half vampire, but she doesn't like blood. She doesn't like all this stuff. And she is the brother to Zale, and Zale is the person that's in line to take the throne after Thane. And Thane is going to die if he doesn't find his mate to curb his thirst. So I liked it. It just didn't feel very fluid. Like it felt like it was rushed. It felt like it needed more editing. Um, it it was okay. It was okay, but I feel like the premise of the series, I do like it, so I'm going to continue on in that series. And then A Shadow of Betrayal by B.M. Clinton. I gave that one a 4.5. That one was really good, especially the ending. I was shocked. I was so shocked. So you're following Meyer. She's the FMC, and she could see demons, but she doesn't realize they're demons. And she's been able to see them her entire life. Her mom, same thing, but they didn't know. And so her husband, Meyer's dad, put her in a psych ward, and she ended up, unaliving herself. And she ends up saving somebody that's being attacked by one of these demons, and his name is Creed. And then all of a sudden, the next day, she wakes up. It's like the guy never was there. Well, she ends up helping somebody, and that's when she gets taken to the Umbra Hunter like academy situation. She learns what she is, what line she's from. So she meets Lennox, Razor, and Creed, and they're all brothers, and they're so different. And I just love that they each had like a special nickname for her. So Lennox called her Little Hunter, but towards the end he started calling her Little Demon. And then Razor didn't have a nickname for her. He would just like watch her. And then Creed called her Lemon Drop because they're being like Meyer. It's a Meyer lemon. It was so funny. But then she meets Valen in she's like a dream walker, and that's not common. And meets Valen, and he calls her Misol. So it was really cute. The last 30 minutes had a chokehold on me. It was so close to being a 5 star. I just couldn't give it the 5 star. And then I did Taken by the Dragon by Jessica Grayson and Aria Winter. That one I gave 5 stars. I couldn't put it down. And it's not long. It's 168 pages on Kindle Unlimited. I would literally walk around with my tablet just reading while I was walking. Like I could not put it down. So you're following Alara. She's an FMC. She's a human, but she's blind. And in this world on the Red Moon, they must sacrifice a woman to the dragon, which his name is Varen. Sacrifice a person to him, and they have to be under the age, well, to be 25 or younger, but they still have to be like virgins and everything. And her sister was picked, but her sister's engaged. So she ends up taking her spot in the morning, doesn't tell the sister, just goes, and she goes with the dragon, and he finds out she's blind. And it was a beautiful story. I did really like it. Like, it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I literally couldn't stop reading it. Oh my God, it was beautiful. Loved it. And I like how which mind you, I looked at the second book. It's not Ariel themed. The third one is Ariel themed, which I'm surprised because technically Eric is in this first one as a siren. So I'm very curious with that series. Like, I need to read them because I guess the ninth one's coming out pretty soon, and I want to be caught up by the time that one comes out. And then I did Marking Mia by Layla Sparks. This one is my least favorite. of the 5 I read this week. So you were following Mia. She's an FMC. She's an Omega, but she doesn't know she's an Omega. And they live in the human world. She has this really shitty boyfriend named Justin. Oh my God, I hated this guy. And then Jace is walking around, sends her. She works in a cafe, and he goes and tells Finn and Kane. Finn goes with him, agrees, like, yep, that's our Omega. They're alphas. And they finally convince Kane, and they're kind of stalking her, but they're not stalking her. They're trying to help her, and they are helping her, but she just doesn't know that they're helping her until she finds out, and it kind of goes haywire. But it just felt really long. It was 314 pages. I did read it in one day, but like I was like, this has got to get better. This has got to get better. And the way it ended, I'm like, that's bad, but I don't want to read the second one. I really don't care about any of these characters. I really don't care about what's happening. So I'm not continuing on in that series. And it's only a duology, but I don't want to read it. So then the last one, started it and finished it yesterday. Make Your Move by Callie Melly. I don't know how to say the name. I did also give this one 3 stars. It was good. It's a hockey romance about a single mom named Nova, and she lives with her brother. And she used to have, like, it was like 10 years prior, she did kiss a guy that is her brother's best friend. His name is Lincoln, and the brother's name is Nash. And they are hockey players. Well, they kissed, and then he left for 10 years to work, and then came back, and he's like living with Nash and Nova and the kid Poe. Her name is Posey, but they keep calling her Poe, and I could not. I just kept thinking of the red Teletubby on Teletubbies or Edgar Allan Poe. I didn't like the nickname Poe, and I think that's what kind of took it out of me. Like, I didn't like it. And then I think too, I just didn't really like the nickname that Lincoln gave her was my supernova. Like, I understand, like, she likes the stars and stuff, but like that seemed a little weird. But like, it was good. And there was no like third act breakup, which I really appreciated. I did like that he told her straight up like how he felt. He didn't hide anything. When her and Lincoln are finally found out by the brother, that kind of got bad. But the way it ended, like the way the last chapter ended, I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like crocheting, and then all of a sudden it says epilogue. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, are we not going to fix the problem that we just ended in that chapter? The epilogue doesn't mention it at all. And it's a year later. I'm like, wait, what happened? I was not happy with that. And that's why, like, it was around like almost a 4. And then because it just like dropped off that issue, I was like, yeah, I don't like that. So, I mean, I feel like I did really good this week. I mean, I had one that, I mean, Marking Mia, I really was thinking about DNFing it, but I was like, you know what? I am intrigued, but I thought I was just really hoping it would get better. And it just didn't. It just kept getting worse and worse. And I really didn't care. But I mean, I would say my favorite was Taken by the Dragon, and then A Shadow of Betrayal. And then I would probably say Thirst. And then I would say, what's that one? Make Your Move. And then I would say Marking Mia. So, I mean, I feel like I did good this week. And yeah, I was going to continue picking, but I knew what I wanted to pick up. So I'm not in decision paralysis mode anymore. So I will see you next time when I do this. I'm actually really loving the jar now because like Make Your Move, I put that one in only a few days ago. But I mean, I'll put the number up here of how many books I have left in the jar and how much I started with because I know I've added a few. And the next time I come in, I'll probably add a few because I have a few in my Amazon, like my emails, like, oh, this book seems interesting. A few of them will probably be added. There's going to be close to 1,000 books in there soon. So I don't know why I love to read so much. It kind of gets me in trouble. But yeah, so I am going to go, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe down below. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.